Victoria University has released the results of a survey into sexual assault and harassment experienced by its students. VU's survey data is available on its Respect Now Always website. The results came from a national study conducted by the Australian Human Rights Commission and Respect Now Always, a Universities Australia initiative supported by VU and other Australian universities to improve awareness and prevention of sexual harassment and assault on campus. In responding to our university survey findings, I'd like to make a few points. Our first concern is for the well-being of students who've experienced and are affected by sexual harassment and assault. This kind of behaviour hurts and devastates people's lives. I might add, the survey results may be personally difficult for many of our students, staff, and other members of our community who've had an experience of sexual harassment or assault. If this is the case, I encourage you to seek the relevant services which are made clear on our website. Secondly, Victoria University has a zero tolerance approach towards sexual assault and sexual harassment. We have been very active in addressing what is a serious and difficult social issue and need to promote equitable and respectful relationships, but we do realise that more needs to be done. Everyone here has the right to live, work and study in a safe environment without fear. Thirdly, it's important to remind survivors and people affected by sexual assault and harassment that confidential help and support services are available. Indeed, Victoria University has a wide range of programs to educate, prevent and support, including the Respect and Responsibility 10-point plan, the Safer Community program, the VU Safety app, reporting and complaints procedures, and training and resources. And in the past year, we have conducted 2 extensive external reviews and audits on this matter in an attempt to ensure that we have the right range of programs in place. That was only a small selection of initiatives we currently have underway. There will always be more that can be done. Fourthly, in the light of the survey findings and recommendations, we will need to consider if new initiatives or enhancements and extensions of existing activities may be necessary to deal with these critical issues. The responses by our students to the survey will help support victims and survivors and assure against such occurrences happening in the future. Victoria University will continue to increase university and community awareness to address the primary causes of sexual harassment and sexual assault. Student safety and well-being remain our utmost priority. The survey and report will provide the evidence base to effectively address the issues that challenge universities and communities all around the world. But we also recognise that much more still needs to be done to address this issue. Preventing sexual harassment and sexual assault is a significant challenge for us all. Thank you. I'm here with Ellie Darwinkle, who is the Senior Coordinator of the Safer Community Program at Victoria University. And we're talking to Jill Hallman, who is the President of the Victoria University Students' Union, about the findings of the National Survey on Sexual Harassment and Sexual Assault, in which there was, of course, a survey of Victoria University specifically. And Jill, you'll be aware that we have worked together with you and other members of the university community over the last year or so to develop a 10-point plan to deal with this very important issue. But we do now have some more information coming out of this survey, and we are going to take stock of how we're going, and we're keen to talk to the Students' Union about this. So we're interested to hear what sort of questions you have that you'd like us to address.
So I'd really like to take this opportunity to talk about the Respect and Responsibility 10-point plan.
It's something I've taken a keen personal interest in, and I've been very pleased by the way the plan has come together and has got a number of elements about improving people's understanding of this issue, greater awareness of the issue, prevention, education, all sorts of practices to make the campus a safer place.
At this point we have a student committee that's been formed and a staff committee as well. We have a meeting regularly to talk about what's happening with the 10-point plan. We've also conducted a review of the policies to ensure that we are improving the prevention and response to sexual assault and sexual harassment on campus. And we also have a range of preventative and awareness raising and educative programs in place as well around consent, bystander intervention, as well as just raising the awareness around sexual assault and harassment.
What policies and procedures have been implemented?
At the moment we're looking at the student charter, the staff code of conduct and the student misconduct policy, and they're all being reviewed and updated, and then we'll be updating the current discrimination, harassment and bullying procedures, and ensuring that we develop new procedures around sexual assault, sexual harassment and domestic violence.
And you might be able to answer this one as well. So one of the main points that the union has kind of noticed is that students really don't know who to go to when they're reporting an incident, or if they've seen an incident or been involved with an incident, who they need to talk to and what the procedure is.
So as well as the policies and procedures, we've also been doing a lot of positive promotion campaigning and education and training, so with staff and students. And we're promoting people to come to Safer Community, as well as promoting the security phone number as well, so that people can contact either area and that we can assist them either immediately on campus or whenever they need it. So people can get in contact with us through various channels, by email, by phone, they can report online, and we've been promoting that through a range of different areas. A lot of information is available on the website.
So Peter, this year the union, as well as Respect and Responsibility, received a government grant for $50,000. We hope to achieve some similar things that are in the 10-point plan, but we were wondering what the university was doing to, I guess, strengthen community partnerships as well. Because one of the things that the union's noticed over the years is that a contributing factor to people's feeling of safety on campus is the surrounding communities, and that walk between, local train stations. So what is the uni doing to address these issues?
There are issues to do with public transport and students experiencing harassment in a public transport environment, travelling to and from university, and I think, Ellie, we've been doing quite a lot to publicise the risks and to guide students about how to try and deal with them.
We do have a range of resources available at the university to support students to feel safe on campus and when they're travelling to and from the campus as well. So at Safer Community on the website, we've got information around personal safety, and this talks about how people can stay safe when they're travelling on public transport as well as on the campus. We also have a few other resources like the safety app, where students can track the shuttle bus. People can get an escort to and from around the campus, to and from the car parks, and you can also do a virtual friend walk where someone can watch you on your phone on kind of like a Google map, and they can track you using that as well.
We have made progress. We think we've got some good strategies in place, but we're determined to work harder, and we will be taking stock of everything we're doing in the light of these survey results.